Hey, you guys, what's Gucci? It's your boy, Educated, the first black super saiyan to work from this planet. I'm back here with another video. We got the video right here for you guys. We got a video of the new Netflix film, See You Yesterday. I recommend you go check it out. It is pretty cool. Not grand or amazing, but it's cool. Please go check out the film. It's on Netflix right now. Go watch it. Follow your boy on Twitter. Follow your boy SJK on Instagram. If you end up liking this spoiler-free review, please share this video if you like it. So let's get into this first things first. Basically breaking down what the story is. This story is about a girl named CJ Walker and her friend Sebastian. They end up building this time travel device. They build a time travel device to, for their little science fair or whatever to, get it recognized by the judges and stuff so they can basically, oh, scholarship, blah. They're basically building this time travel device to, press some people to get into good schools. And they're working on it, and they actually become very successful at doing it. So this is clearly a more this world is not futuristic like on some Total Recall kind of stuff or Star Wars futuristic. This movie takes place in 2019 and it came out this year too. But the movie is they're semi futuristic. Semi. Just a little bit. But for some reason, this girl and this young man are so smart. They're able to build a a time machine. I'm not going to try and get into the specifics. It is a work of fiction. It is a work of fiction, but and time travel is a fictional thing. Nobody has a true theory on how time travel works, so you can pretty much do whatever you want with time travel. And they did their own thing with time travel. Um, but basically, in the midst of them building their little time machine, they kind of find out their CJ, the girl, her brother Calvin Walker dies, and basically this whole film is about her trying to undo those events. That's all I can tell you. There's a twist, but I ain't finna tell you. I'll say this: I don't like the way the movie ended. It had an open-ended ending, and that kind of goes into the whole time travel thing. You have an infinite amount of outcomes. You have outcomes you can't predict. You have possibilities that can happen. You have possibilities that cannot happen. So I guess it makes sense with the movie, but I didn't like the way it ended. Left it too open ended. I feel like they should have closed it off with something, whether it be something a tragic ending or even a happy ending. Close it off with something, whether it be happy or tragic. Let me say something about the let's bring up a list of the actors here. Let's bring up the actors here. And I can talk about them each. I'll talk about the main three. That is important. Calvin, Sebastian, and CJ. They're really the ones you should care about, will worry about. Everybody else is just side character. Even the mom, she's not really compelling. They mainly focus on the main three characters here. Calvin, Claudette, which is the main woman here, Sebastian, which is her friend, and Calvin, the big brother who loses life. Um, Claudette's character, Eden Duncan Smith, who plays CJ, she played the role of a black girl who is what I would say after. So this all happens because after her brother, she plays a very role of a character who is smart, but she lets her emotions cloud her judgment throughout this whole movie. It starts to get irritating to a point, and it's like Sebastian, which is her friend, he is just as smart as her, probably even smarter, but he is just like he's the more logical thinker on this. But it's different because she has a brother who's dead that just died, and she's doing this because of her brother. And Sebastian hasn't lost anybody, but when you find out twist, you're gonna be all like, "Oh shit, time travel got even worse." Now Sebastian, he's the more logical thinker with this. Claudette, CJ, she's going off of emotion doing this, and the person who played the older brother, um, he looked kind of. I mean, okay, I'll say this: I liked the role the brother played. He was just the he was just the standard cliche hood dude. Well, not really hood. Well, sort of. The cliche hood dude. He loves his sister. He'll protect his sister, but he's more of a calm. He's more of a quiet kind of dude. He's not very like too flamboyant with the way he acts and stuff. He's just chill. He's just regular to a degree. But he did a semi good job. He nothing spectacular. I mean, he just played the role of a black person who stays in a low income community. I mean, he played it. He did a good job at it. Not it's this ain't no Oscar worthy acting or nothing. But what I would say about this cast, the acting was passing. What I liked about the movie that drew me towards it was it gave me the vibe. It's like, oh, teen movie kind of thing. It's a teen movie. But just know going into the show, you're going to get a lot of Black Lives Matter propaganda up in here. It's obvious, but it wasn't so much to the point where it was annoying. I was like, I'm okay with it. You you addressed you went ahead and addressed it, and then you kept going on with the movie because the biggest part of this movie was time travel, and I would say they talked more about time travel in this movie than that whole Black Lives Matter stuff. They touched upon it, but that wasn't the focus of the movie. The focus of the movie was girl trying to bring her brother back from the dead through time travel, and they focused on that. They didn't focus on no low income community. Blah blah. This statistic right here of blacks. It wasn't none of that. They focused on the primary. Everything else was a side thing, such as the Black Lives Matter little propaganda that was up in there. It was up in there. It was obvious. This movie, it does have its pros and has its cons. Let me get to the cons. The biggest con I would say is character decisions. But hey, I ain't never time traveled, so I can't say much. But I can tell you. Now it's different because you have a girl named CJ who's going off of emotion a lot in her decision making, but you gotta realize she just lost her brother. Sebastian, the one who didn't lose anybody, is sort of calm about the situation. He's sort of calm about the situation. He's thinking more logically. And they really get into the kinks and tidbits of time travel. And Sebastian, with his knowledge, comes and tells her, "Yo, you can't be doing this. We can't be doing that. You gotta be careful with this because there's infinite amount of possibilities that can happen with this. You gotta be careful." And he was really letting her know, but she kept on. Bruh, she started getting on my nerves, and like I say, that issue of her character with her acting on emotion so much that doesn't even get resolved in this movie. That she was that until the end of the film. She was through and through. She was going off emotion with her decision making. But you gotta remember, her brother died. But at the end of the day, she was still going off emotion. Of her emotions were leading everything. But when you find out the twist in the movie, you're going to be all like, oh, shoot, what the freak? And then you're going to be like, dang, CJ, you should stop. Another con, one of the actors who was this dude right here. Why was this dude even in the movie? Well, he played a role, a very small role, but this dude was corny, bro. Jonathan Neves, and who had played Eduardo, he was terrible. Bruh. I swear, bruh, I thought this dude was gonna freaking... So basically, Eduardo's character likes CJ. And I thought he was gonna straight up rape this girl or something. This dude was thirsty. I was like, bruh, can you stop? You were being a weirdo. I get it, you're thirsty for her. Chill out. He was just super thirsty, bro. His character was horrible. Annoying. I was like, get him out of this movie. And he sounded too much of a cliche. He was like really cliched out. He was hella cliche. Hella cliche, dude. If the soundtrack in the movie, the score, nothing compelling, nothing memorable. I think they played one black song, probably that I listened to, but I didn't care about it. I was more interested into the time travel aspect, and applaud to these two actors, being two black people that are in a lead role like this. It's nice to see. But I'm not gonna hype them up just because they black. They acted semi good in this movie. It was not that bad. It was just good. It wasn't nothing grand. Ain't no Leonardo DiCaprio kind of stuff, but it was good, and I thought it was enough to get by for the short time they had. Now, if this movie went on any longer, CJ's character, bruh, I would have roasted her. Because her character got annoying, bruh. Dumb decisions she was making. All emotion. But that's what happens. Like I say, her brother, it's her brother. So, it's expected that she's going to make some emotional decisions. It's expected. Can't really be all like, hey, why are you making that decision? Because the movie establishes why she makes that decision. Because there's something that goes on to where it proves my point of her going off emotion, and I can't really say that because then it would spoil the movie. And me telling you guys about the brother dying and stuff, that is not even a spoiler. That was in the trailer. So this is spoiler free. Go check out the film. If I had to grade the film, I'd give it a. What would I give it? A B minus. I'll give it a B minus. I mean, there's only so little you can do. And I felt if this movie went on any longer, or this movie played out, if this movie didn't have the right director, this movie would have been mainly pro-black propaganda film. They would have probably steered clear of the time travel and not really talk about it. But it was bringing up the time travel a lot in this movie, and I like that. When they dealt with the little propaganda stuff, it was minimal. They addressed it, and then they moved on like they were supposed to. Good job. But I thought the film was cool. Hope you guys check it out. Hope you guys like it. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video there. It's your boy Kid Out, the first black Super Saiyan to ever arrive on this planet. Comment down below what you liked about the film. Comment down below if you would recommend this film to somebody. Comment down below anything you would like. Like, share, and subscribe. You guys know what to do. Y'all been on YouTube long enough. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. It's your boy Kid Out, the first black Super Saiyan to ever arrive on this planet. Goes for that peace, love, positivity. Dang. Peace, love, positivity all the time. And that's the thumbnail right there. Hope y'all like that shit. That's the thumbnail. Fire. Alright, y'all have a very good day. Deuces.